Have you ever stopped and really looked at the words on your screen? I mean, the actual shape of the letters themselves? Some are all straight lines and sharp corners, and others are flowing and curvy. But why? It's this amazing visual puzzle that's literally hiding in plain sight, and today we're going to solve it together. So let's dive right in with the tale of two scripts. We're going to look at this really fascinating contrast in how we put words down on a page, or, maybe even a chunk of rock. I mean, really think about it for a second. You have absolutely seen this your entire life. The letters we use, the ones we're typing on a keyboard, they look nothing like some of the scripts you might see from other parts of the world. What is the deal with that? Okay, just look at this. It's night and day, right? On one side, you've got the sharp, angular letters of English or Greek, and on the other, these beautiful, flowing, rounded scripts of South Indian languages like Tamil and Telugu. The difference is just, it's incredible. It's like they come from two completely different design philosophies. So, what could possibly explain such a huge, fundamental difference in something as basic as the shape of a letter? Is it just an artistic choice? Is one style maybe older than the other? What is going on here? Well, the answer is actually so much simpler and honestly way more clever than you might think. This isn't really about art, it's about engineering. And there it is. That's the big secret. The shape of our letters has almost nothing to do with the sounds they make and everything to do with the canvas that the very first writers had to work with. Okay, so now that we have the key, let's look at the evidence. We're going to open up a little case file here and investigate two very different writing materials to see how they literally shaped our alphabets. All right, let's start with the straight shooters. Early forms of Western alphabets, like Greek and Latin, they weren't written with a pen and paper. Nope, they were carved into stone with a chisel. Now, I want you to just imagine for a second trying to carve a perfect smooth circle into a rock. It's a nightmare, right? But hammering out a straight line, way easier. The medium itself, the hard, unforgiving stone, pretty much demanded straight lines and sharp angles. Okay, that makes total sense for the angular scripts. I get it. But that doesn't explain those beautifully round letters we saw in Tamil or Kannada. If they weren't using stone, what on earth were they using that led to such a completely different design? And here is where it gets absolutely brilliant. In South India, the main writing material for a long time was dry palm leaves. Now, these things are fibrous and super fragile. If you took a sharp stylus and tried to scratch a straight line across a palm leaf, you just split the leaf right down its grain. It would tear instantly. So ancient scribes came up with this genius workaround. They used curves. Rounded letters moved with the fibers of the leaf, which kept it from splitting. It's just an incredible feat of adapting to your materials. But wait, because it gets even cooler. There's a middle ground. In North India, languages like Hindi and Sanskrit were often written on the bark of the Himalayan birch tree. Now, this stuff was way more durable than a palm leaf. It didn't tear so easily, and that meant writers could use that strong, straight, horizontal line you see running across the top of the letters, connecting them all. It's like a perfect hybrid script, and its design was dictated entirely by the properties of the local trees. And this table just lays it all out so perfectly. In Europe, they had stone, which resulted in straight, angular scripts. Down in South India, they had those fragile palm leaves, which led to curvy, rounded scripts. And up in North India, they had durable birch bark, which allowed for a mix of straight and curved lines. It wasn't an artist making these choices. The environment itself was the designer. So let's just zoom out for a second, because this isn't just a cool fun fact about alphabets. This tells us something so much deeper about how our cultures are formed. So here's the big takeaway. The materials that were just lying around in our immediate environment, the local rocks, the plants, the animals, they have quietly shaped some of the most fundamental parts of our civilization. We're talking everything from the food we eat and the clothes we wear, right down to the actual letters we use to write our own names. And that kind of leaves you with a question, doesn't it? Take a look around you, your home, your city, your daily routine. How many of those things aren't just random choices, but are actually these elegant solutions to the specific puzzles presented by your geography? What story is your environment writing for you?